Hi everyone! Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to my new background. So yun, today we are going to talk about how to stay inspired. And I remember back then, nung college yata ako noon, o basta many years ago, my uncle asked me and sabi niya, Minat, ano nag-i-inspire sa'yo? Parang gano'n. And I was like,
What?
ano nga ba nag-i-inspire sa akin? So, hindi ko siya nasagot. Hindi ko nasagot. Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko alam yung isasagot ko sa kanya kung ano ba talaga yung nag-i-inspire sa akin. And, yun, natapos yung tanong niya ng sobrang wala ako nasagot. Hindi ko rin nasabi na wala. Hindi ko, naging blanco as in, wala. As in, parang
Ganun.
pero na-bother ako doon kasi parang ba't nga ba hindi ko nasagot? And that time, all I thought was parang, sige, aral lang ako, diba? Sunod dito, sunod dyan, ganyan. And eventually, life will be good to me, parang gano'n. And eventually, life will give me success that I need kapag ka magtiyaga lang ako, ganyan. But then again, when I worked abroad, nung mas nagkaroon ako ng time muni-muni, doon ko na-realize na okay din pala may inspiration, di ba? Yung tipong, inspiration is not a necessity. Hindi mo siya talaga kailangan. Parang it's not like food or water, ganyan. But having an inspiration can actually help you navigate more smoothly in your life, knowing that it's a combination of good and bad. Kaya I made this video so that ma-share ko naman ito and eventually makatulong sa iba na nawalan na ng inspiration. So, yun lang. Before I begin, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Click the like button later on if you like the video and to click the bell button to be able to watch more videos like this in the future. So, let's start. Ang unang tip ko for you to stay inspired is to dream big. Kasi 'di ba, sabi nga nila kung mangangarap ka na lang din naman, taasan mo na, 'di ba? Kasi your dream is something that is kept in the darkest corner of your brain, of your mind. So, wala nakakakita nun eh. It's an intangible thing. So, 'di ba, ikaw lang, wala namang tao na nakakita ng dream mo na parang
Ay, yun yung pinapangarap niya. Yun, nakikita ko. Wala.
wala nakakita ng ganun. So, it's just you. It's just you and your own consciousness. And 'di ba, parang mangarap ka na lang din naman. Wag nang boring, 'di ba? Ang boring na nga ng buhay mo, boring pa ng pangarap mo, 'di ba? So 'yun, you just have to dream big because having a dream, something that can really excite you. Ang mangyayari niyan, you're just going to get magnetized towards it. Eh. Especially every day if you think of your dream, 'di ba? Parang you don't let go of it. Parang talagang every time you wake up, naiisip mo siya and you're just telling yourself that I'm just going to take this one at a time. And yun pwedeng maging, magandang source of inspiration. When you dream big, when it hasn't really come into fruition, pero somehow, you're gonna get there if you just make an effort and if you will just be given the right opportunity, di ba? Yun. And the second tip is to be somebody you aspire to be. So parang dati, di ba? Like si Naomi Campbell, so kilalang model yun sa US. I think European ba siya or what? Anyway, so I think she's one of those black models na she's the first woman to be the cover of Vogue magazine. And yun, si Tyra Banks dati wala pa siya noon, hindi pa siya sikat, start pa lang siya, but she's looking up to Naomi Campbell. And although pinag-aaway sila that time, all I'm saying is that naging parang role model niya si Naomi Campbell. She looks up to her, ganyan. So, ganun din yung kahit yung mga, like sina Steve Jobs, meron sila mga naging inspiration din to be like that. Kasi iba yung kapag ka meron kang nai-imagine na parang sana ganun din ako, di ba? Not necessarily comparing yourself to them, not necessarily saying na, naku, ganito lang ako, ganyan siya. No, parang you find somebody na parang, ay, ang galing, di ba? Parang paano niya nagawa yun? So, yun, and then you try to be like that. Not necessarily, hindi ka naman parang photocopy nun, but yun. So, I'm not saying na maging exceptional ka, I'm not saying that, parang mag-stand out ka parate, or parang you really have to have a big name just to, parang you don't have to be like them. Kumbaga, but somehow, when you observe them, they have these qualities na parang sa tingin mo ay pwede mong kopyahin or let's say parang i-integrate mo sa buhay mo so that you will get to where you want to go. Parang gano'n. So, aspire to be that someone that you look up to. Yun. Find an idol, find a role model. Diba? And yun, nakikita mo yun. Kasi pag meron kang idol, diba, parang nakikita mo yung sarili mo sa kanya eh. And, you know, nakita mo yung struggles niya. And then, na-inspire ka. Kasi alam mo na before he or she was able to reach that stage of his or her life, alam mo na dumaan din siya sa mga stages, dumaan din siya sa hirap. And probably siya nandun na, ikaw nandito pa din sa baba. But you know that if she can do it, then maybe so can I. Diba? Parang ganun lang siya. And the third tip to stay inspired is to don't stop doing what you're doing. Kasi diba parang we have this tendency na parang, ay gagawin ko na lang to when I feel like it. Diba? Yung gano'n, yung parang like nung bata ako, I used to paint, I used to draw, I used to sketch, and nag-painting classes pa nga ako, and I could produce painting out of oil. So, acrylic hindi ko nagawa. But, you know, nung bata ako, nung grade school ako, I used to do that. But, siguro dahil sa school, dahil na-busy na rin ako, hindi ko na rin siya na-pursue. So, yun, sumasali din ako sa choir, ganun. But, ang ginagawa ko na lang, like, today, the only thing that I can do para lang ma-share ang aking boses is through video, okay? Ganun. But there are people who really, like, showcase their talent. Like yung cousin ko, I remember. Dala lang niya yung, meron lang siyang ballpen and paper, si Sam. So, magpunta kami sa mall, and dala lang niya yon, and she would just do it. And then later on, she has a masterpiece na. So, yun, you just have to do what you're doing, just continue it. Not necessarily parang overthinking na parang, gagawin ko ba to or hindi? Do I feel like doing it or not? Kasi syempre, if you want to stay inspired, you gotta do it eh. Kasi kapag huminto ka na, you're still okay kahit hininto mo siya eh. Na parang, hindi na lang, next week ko na gagawin. Ganyan. Like for example, parang, like sa vlogging or sa writing, parang ganyan. Like for example, mahilig ka magsulat ng mga tula or let's say mahilig ka mag-journal, and then, na-realize mo na parang, ay sige, pagod na ako, bukas na lang. Yan, or bukas na lang, or next week na lang. So, eventually, hindi mo na siya nagagawa. And then, ma-realize mo na wala na yon, it just vanished. Kasi hindi mo na siya continuously ginagawa eh. Kasi you're looking for that final, you know, you're looking for the perfect moment para magawa mo yung thing na yon, whatever it is. Yung let's say, pagkanta, or pag-drawing, ganyan. So, you don't really have to wait for that moment. You just have to continue doing it, whether you feel like doing it or not. But as you go on, as you continue doing it, you're gonna improve on your craft, whatever that is, kahit anong aspeto. And then eventually, you're gonna be good at it. And then when you're good at it, people will see it. And then eventually, it just makes you more inspired. So, para siyang compounding effect, like parang snowball effect. Parang ganun. The fourth is to stop focusing on the negative. Kasi syempre ang buhay natin, 'di ba? It's a combination of up and down. Minsan masaya, minsan malungkot, 'di ba? There's positive, there's negative, 'di ba?
There's like parang there's proton, there's an electron, but there's a neutron, meron sa gitna. Ay, tama ba yun?
It's a combination of good and bad. It's a combination of ugly and beautiful. It's a combination of chaos and order. So basta yun, there's always like there are always two sides of the coin. So I'm not saying that you focus on the positive. Kasi syempre, pag nag-focus ka lang sa positive, di ba, kalokohan naman yon. Talagang parang, pinipilit mong, you're in denial of the reality. All I'm saying is that, you know, you also look at the negative side, but don't focus on it. Diba? Syempre, kasi everyday ba naman, manood ka ng news, lahat na lang may gumawa ng ganito, may nagnakaw ng ganyan. Lahat ng news, lahat ng negative, pwede nating ma-absorb, diba? So, you also have to see the negative side of life. But, all I'm saying is that, we have this tendency as humans, diba? We have this tendency to really focus, to really magnify what's wrong in our life. And, when you do that, kasi nangyayari, you turn out to be, eventually, you're gonna be pessimistic. And then, when you're pessimistic, marirealize mo na parang, diba, parang all these efforts are just useless. Wag na lang pala, ganun din pala yung mangyayari eh. And then, sayang naman, diba? So, eventually, you're gonna lose your confidence. Eventually, parang you're gonna think that people are right. Oo nga kayo, tama nga kayo. Mali nga itong ginagawa ko. Hindi na. Parang ganun. Like, for example, itong YouTube. Hindi naman ako nag-YouTube dati. But I do YouTube because I want. It's a double-edged sword eh. Parang gusto kong mag-express ng sarili ko. And, you know, gusto ko rin makatulong sa mga... Well lang, I just want to give information. Parang ganun. I just want to say something, express myself. Now, I could say na parang, mga artista ngayon nag-YouTube na rin, diba? Para sa kanila, 5 minutes lang, meron na silang 10,000 views, diba? Ako, who am I, diba? Parang, ano mo laban ko sa kanila? But then again, pag tinignan ko naman, I'm not doing this vlog for the sake of money, eh. So, if I tell myself na, hindi na lang ako mag-vlog, total, people will not take this seriously naman eh. Or parang, ano lang naman, parang joke lang naman tong vlog na to, parang puro kalokohan lang. Or hindi na lang ako mag-vlog.
Kasi mababash lang naman ako dito sa vlog na to eh, di ba? Pwede mo sabihin, vlogger wannabe, or parang, so ngayon gusto mo nang vlog, nagpapapansin. So,
people could say all those nasty things about what you do. So, kahit anong galing mo, di ba? Kahit na, umaga, presidente nga ng bansa, binabash pa eh. So, parang, if you focus on those negative voices, they could easily destroy you. Kasi parang iisipin ko sa sarili ko, bakit ko pag ginagawa to kung hindi rin pala siya nagbe-benefit, hindi rin pala ako nagbe-benefit from it, diba? So, I see the positive side of this, of what I'm doing, that I want to inspire, I want to tell people of what's in my mind. And I know naman that whatever it is in my mind is not a joke. Hindi senseless. So, yun, kung ano man yung decision na meron ka, na parang you're inspired by it, it gives you the energy that you need. Avoid focusing on the negative, or else it will steal the magic in whatever it is that inspires you, in whatever it is that you've chosen. Diba? Kung ano man yung endeavor na yan. So, yun. Number 5. Small things matter. So, ano ibig sabihin nun? Parang, kasi diba, our society, parang, is like, orienting us na parang, hindi naman importante yung panlabas. Importante yung panloob. Parang gano'n. All I'm saying is, parang, minsan, it's the small things that matter, in the sense na, let's say, may planner ka, and then baka kailangan mo lang konting lagyan ng konting colors, mga ballpen, bumili ka ng mga ballpen na makulay, ganyan. Mahilig ka mag-makeup, lagay ka ng makeup, parang ganyan. You're bored, maybe. Kailangan mo lang yung new hairstyle, kailangan mo lang yung new hair color, maybe you just need to declutter, kailangan mo siguro ng new look, konting new look sa damit, kailangan baguhin, yung mga ganun. Kasi talaga totoo naman yun, nag-i-inspire sa'yo yung parang mga ano yan eh, mga hilig mo, baka gusto mo mangolekta ng mga kung ano-ano, diba? Yun, hobbies, ganyan. Mga hindi naman talaga importante, hindi sila importante, but somehow they add color, they add, cheese to your spaghetti, something like that. Like, for example, ako, mahilig ako mag-makeup. Yun, wala ako, parang feeling ko parang, nasasayahan ako dito sa ginagawa kong to. It may be like parang shallow, or parang, yan lang ginagawa mo, ganyan. But it inspires me, parang ganon. And, ano pa ba? It's just really, hindi ko ma-explain, basta that's how I see it. Parang, you just take it one step at a time, and you can start really bringing inspiration towards yourself by doing the little things. So, yun. Parang ako nung nanood ako ng Lion King, bumili pa ako ng poster. Pwedeng i-share.
Ayun, di ba? Bumili ako ng poster ng Lion King. Hindi ko naman alam kung saan ko ididikit. Di ba? Ang cute-cute, oh. Ayun si Simba, ang cute. So, hindi ko alam kung si Simba to or si Mufasa din. But anyway, so all I'm saying is that,
sometimes it's what you see that could really bring some changes. Diba? Parang, you need to read a good book. Ganun. What else? Baka kailangan mo lang ng konting pampering. Diba? Yun, it's the small things. The small things that you think it's the small things that you think are parang useless or parang it doesn't really add up sa happiness mo or sa inspiration mo. But, you know, it all begins from that way. Minsan mahilig ka rin magluto, di ba, ganyan. Luto ka na nga, try ka ng mga dishes, ganyan. Yun lang. So, that's how I stay inspired. And iba-iba tayo ng way sa kung paano natin i-treat ang word na inspiration. But for me kasi, yun nga, being an overseas Filipino worker is hard. It's hard, it's difficult. And there are plenty of times when you could feel lonely. And I think that one of the ways to battle that is through having an inspiration, something you cling on. So yun, that's it. I hope that you like the video. And if you do, don't hesitate to share it to your friends, sa mga mahal mo sa buhay sa abroad, o hindi lang, kung sa tingin mo may kilala ka na parang malungkot, nagde-depressan, ganun, walang inspiration, maybe you can share it to them. And yun lang, don't forget to enjoy your own life, never compare yourself to others, love your life, stay inspired. God bless everyone. Bye!